Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. It's good. It's on. It's on blank screen. Welcome everyone to Self-Excellence. Is anyone here for the first time today? Anyone? Not really. Who was here last week? Yeah. Only one person. Okay. And no one here for the first time? No. Okay. Wonderful. Welcome to this weekly self-excellence session for youth, for young men, that our lovely volunteers help organize. My name is Narottam, and Narottam Das Thakur. Das is my initiated name. My birth name is Narottam. I was a student here at Self-Excellence many years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And then about 4 years ago, I went to US for my master's, and now I'm working in US. So I visit every year around this time to see my family, see my friends, see my devotees, devotee friends, mentors, teachers. So this is my annual visit to India. And then my friends requested me to share some of the things that I have learned over the years. So I'm here. Our discussion today will be inspired from a talk given by His Holiness Swami Bhagavan Keshav Swami, SB Keshav Swami. Anyone heard of him? SB Keshav Swami? Not okay. Few. He is a brahmachari traveler monk in ISKCON temple, and he travels all across the world giving talks, lectures, inspiring youth. He gives talks at corporates, different places. So he gave this talk which really inspired me. So I've created a presentation taking ideas from that, and that's something I wanted to share with all of you today. So the topic that we chose for today is called Awakening Your Inner Child. When we say awakening your inner child, it means naturally that there is an inner child within all of us that is not awake, that is sleeping right now, that is not in an active state. So what is this inner child? Why do we need to awaken? What's the importance? And so on. We'll talk about it. Before that, I want to highlight this quote by Benjamin Franklin, who was one of the ex-US presidents. And he said, many people die at 25 and aren't buried until they are 75. Who agrees with this? Anyone who agrees with this quote? Nobody agrees? 3 people, only 4 people agree. Many people die at 25, but they are not buried until they are 75. Who did not understand firstly? Okay, some of us do not understand what it means. So what he's trying to say is that as we are going through life, when we are young, when we are at the age of 25, we die inside. Inside, something in us dies. And then we are only breathing until we get old. And finally, the body dies when it's 75, 80, 90, 100, whatever. So what he's trying to say is that many people actually internally, they die when they are young, around 25, 30. It's only the external body that's living, existing, going through life. And then finally, the body dies at 75, 80. So does it make some sense? Now, anyone agrees with this point? Anyone? Okay, many of us. So now I have a question from all of you. I would like all of you to take a few minutes and turn towards your partner or towards someone beside you, next to you, behind you, in front of you. Turn towards one person or two persons and have a small discussion as to, the question is, what do you think dies within us when we are 25? So, what is he referring to? What are some things that when we are going through life, when we are at very young age, something within us dies, and then we are only existing, living, doing job, doing studies, this, that, living as per the norms of society until we die, until we actually die when we are old. What is it that dies when we are young? So let's take a few minutes. We will first discuss among yourselves first. Turn towards your person sitting next to you. Have a few minutes of discussion, and then we will take ideas from all of you. You can start now. Okay. So we need one. Let's take one more minute. All right. All right. Let's. Uh, I see. Some of you are having a lot of fun discussing this, but in the interest of time, let's continue. So, what are some ideas that came up? We can start here. Any ideas? Yes.
Till the age of 25, like we are not having much responsibilities to we enjoy our life with those people around us and just explore things. At that time, after responsibility and like social pressures and lack of awareness and ignorance, we don't know. Till that time, we are like happy and but after job, one get jobs and we get married.
Yeah.
He thought like अब किसके लिए करना है फैमिली की करना है तो inner child like go down.
Okay.
He doesn't live for himself and for his place and what he likes.
Okay. So so you're saying as a person grows older from 25 age and so on, a lot of responsibilities come on them. And because of those responsibilities, their natural sense of like their own desires die away. So they're living for other people. Okay, so let's say, um, okay, desires change. when you get older because of this. Okay. What else? Innocence dies as you grow older. Innocence dies. Yeah, when we grow with age, we learn more about the world around us. We gain more experiences. We some of them are good experiences that help build our character, but some of them are negative experiences. Sometimes we get wrong association, we get bad friends, and therefore our natural childlike innocence dies as we grow older. So innocence. What else? Someone had their hands up. Okay. So what goes away within us when we are around 25 or so? What is that part? Okay, so similar to what he said. Okay, yes. What else? What else? What else? Yes.
Playfulness.
Playfulness dies. Yes. Playfulness dies away. We start becoming more conscious of people around us, of situations around us, and we try to adjust more according to society and not be naturally playful. That most of us are as kids, right? We're naturally playful, but then that dies. What else? Yes. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So when we go with the flow, can it be said that our ability to explore maybe or take risks dies? We are more conforming to the rules of society. Right. So we are more future oriented. Our present mindedness is going away, being in the present, right? Right. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Okay. Yes. Expectations go away. Expectations change as we grow older. Yes. Anything else? Any other idea? Sincerity goes away. Yes. Maybe we become more sincere in some ways we become less sincere. Possible. Excuse my spelling. I don't know how it is. Sincerity. Okay. Uh, what else? Spelling mistakes. Uh, yeah. I'm sorry. Time for friends go. So just in general, time. We have less time on hand. We are more focused on duties, responsibilities, education. Less time. Time goes away. What else goes away with age? That kills our inner self. Innocence, good, playfulness, sincerity, desires change, expectations change, time goes away. What else? Any other ideas? Spontaneity, yes. We become more calculative. We become more rational. We rationalize everything. We are not spontaneous. A child does everything spontaneously. He wants to play, he will play. He wants to go and kiss someone. He wants to go and hug someone. He wants to go eat. Very spontaneous. Very in the present, to the point. As adults, we are more calculative. We will see people, read people, judge people. Yes, so these are several things, and there are many, many more things probably which die within us, which Benjamin Franklin is talking about. And so that is something that we wanted to highlight today, is that what happens is that something that we don't notice or something that we don't realize is that, yes, with age, many things die within us, and we start becoming more robotic in our nature. We start becoming more, uh, we start conforming more and more to society, family, friends, the rules of the general social rules and system. But in a way that it's okay that we have to provide for our family, we have to build a future, we have to take responsibility, so certain things must be done. But at the same time, it's extremely important that we keep our inner child alive, because what happens is that when that inner child dies, we also lose that sense of happiness, that sense of blissfulness, playfulness, that sense of spontaneity. And so, if you see who is more happy when you see people, if you see a group of kids and if you see a group of adults, who is more happy? Is the adults happy? Are the adults happy? Anyone says adult? Who says the kids seem to be more happy and cheerful and playful, right? So why are the kids cheerful? Not because they don't have responsibilities, but because there is something alive within them. That because there's something within them, there are some qualities that are natural to them that they have still not lost. And so they don't have too many expectations from people. They don't have too many judgments about others. Um, they don't think too much. They don't calculate too much. And so that's why the inner child is alive. And so what we'll now do is we will look at some aspects of our life, things that we focus on as adults. As we grow up in life, we tend to focus on certain things a lot in our life. We will look at those things one by one, and we will try to see what is the invisible counterpart of those things that we fail to look at. So, for example, I'm too much focused on how I look, let's say. As we grow older, we are too much focused on how we look, how we carry ourselves, what we wear, grooming, everything, right? But but let's say someone is so focused on physical looks that they are not focusing so much on, let's say, how they are smelling. They forget to take a bath. They will not take a shower, or just a crude example, right? So you may be too focused on one thing, but you lose focus on something else, which is not so obvious, but which is equally important, right? So we will look at some of those things, and we will see the invisible counterpart that we lose focus on. And then we will also see a spiritual principle behind each of them and how we can connect them. So it will be very interesting, and I would invite all of you to participate with me so we can make this interactive and fun. So first thing that I think personally that a lot of people in our generation and older people, even, we focus on is position, right? We want a position in society, we want a position in our company, in even in family. Sometimes people want a certain position of respect and authority, right? So while people are hunting behind, going behind a position in life externally, what is the invisible counterpart that you think are people missing out on while they are hunting on for position, external position, power in society? What is something that we lose focus on, which is much more important than position? Any ideas? I know everyone is thinking of something. Let's talk. Let's share. This is not a class, it's more of a discussion. So think like you're having a conversation. So when you're having a conversation with your friend who is too focused on position, what will you tell that friend? That, okay, position is good, but what is something that they are missing out on? Yes. Real presence. Can you elaborate on that? What does it mean? हाँ, हिंदी में चलो. हाँ. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Yes. Simple. Position के पीछे भागते भागते we are leaving out on simple life, quality life. Okay. What else? What else? In imandari, in a sense, honesty, position, in the hunt for position, we are leaving out on that. What else? Any other ideas? Yeah, sometimes I ask this question because to get new ideas that I did not think about. So what I had in mind with position is, in the blind race behind position, what we are leaving out in this life is relationships. Who agrees with this? Yes. Yes. Because position is, yes, very, very important in life, but more important than power and position is to have quality, deep relationships. And that's where the spiritual principle comes in, that Vedas, that Bhagavad Gita teaches us. It's called Sangha, which is also called as social wealth. So Sangha, this what we are having right now is called Sangha, which means being with people, developing relationships, and not only relationships for external gain or to use people, but actually deeper relationships where there is mutual care for each other. Not that what can I get from you, but what can I give you? How can we help each other, right? So right now, the word, it's called crowded loneliness. There's a lot of crowd around us, but each one of us is somewhere, there is some amount of loneliness, right? There is a story that, let's say, um, let's say you wanted to buy a luxury car, right? And you put many years of your life trying to earn a lot of money, make a lot of money, you did everything, and you earned lakhs and crores of rupees, and you finally bought that BMW, Mercedes, whatever that luxury car is. You purchased that car. Now you have the car and you are sitting in the car and you are driving across the city nicely, enjoying the view. Everyone is seeing your car, appreciating, right? That is scenario number one. Scenario number two is that you have the car, you are driving across the city, but you also have a very dear friend with you, or your partner with you, or your parents with you in the car, and with them you are driving across the city. Now, who prefers scenario one, where you're alone and driving in the car? And who prefers scenario two, where you have someone dear to you in the car, right? Most of us, because it is not the car that is making us happy in itself. Yes, there is some satisfaction that I wanted this car, I purchased this car, but the feeling of sharing that happiness with someone that we love is more dear, is more blissful than being alone in our achievements. So similarly, we buy this car, but then if you're alone in the city, it doesn't make sense. We are miserable, we are unhappy. But if we have someone we love with us and we are sharing that experience with them, then because of that living relationship, it becomes much more lively. And so it is said that people, you can have a relationship with people, any relationship in your life you can see. There will be four drivers. According to the Vedas, there are four drivers to any relationship: fear, desire, duty, and love. People will follow you out of fear, people will follow you out of desire for something that you have, people will follow you out of duty and out of love. Now, people fear you because maybe you have some position, people desire something from you because maybe you have some influence, some power, People follow you out of duty because you can provide something, you can give something, like parents, right? Sometimes some people don't love their parents, but they feel that it's my duty to follow my parents. Why? Because they're providing for me, they have done so much for me. But lastly, the only real relationship, the purest form of relationship that you can have with someone is out of love. Why? Because they love you for who you are, for your personality. So the four drivers of relationships, and we want to aspire that we can raise our relationships, whatever it may be, to the degree of love gradually. Out should not be out of fear, desire, duty. It is fine, but ultimately we want to improve the quality, come to the level of love. So if we have loving relationships with each other, be it in family, be it in friends, even at office. Now in office, if we have too much loving relationship, we can have an HR harassment case. So we should be careful. But not to that degree, but at least what it means is that the quality of your relationship should not be based on, oh, what can they do for me? This is my boss, this is my colleague. But little more deeper, like on the human level, on the level of compassion, level of, you know, um, uh, some realness, instead of just like, how can I use this person? So when we can come to more and more selfless level of love in our relationships, more selflessness in our relationship, that's when the quality improves, and that's when our relationships will become more spiritual also. And that is the only way how we can actually also build a relationship with God. We can approach God. People approach Krishna out of fear, people approach Krishna out of desire, I want this. People approach God out of duty, and okay, I don't want something, but God has created this world, he's given so much, let me do this, let me go and offer some banana, something. But the real thing, what God wants, is that we approach him out of love. That's what he says in Bhagavad Gita also. He says, people who approach me out of love is the most dear to him. So in any relationship, this is something we can aspire to do. And the second thing that I was thinking, that we focus on externally, a lot of people, a lot of us growing up in our youth, we focus on qualifications externally, right? That doing an education, getting a degree, getting a certificate, diploma, something, some kind of building qualifications. How can I qualify to enter this place? How can I qualify to get a job at JP Morgan? How can I qualify myself to become a CEO? There's a lot of focus on external qualifications. What do you think are we missing out while we focus on qualifications? Any ideas? Yes, Prabhu.
Introspection of ourselves.
Introspection, amazing, yes.
We don't know, running after qualification, we don't know who we actually are or as a person.
Yes, amazing, yes. Any, yes.
Running after qualification lose our interest.
We
We don't know what we want, what is passion.
Yes.
Just qualified because of our parents.
Right. Yes. We are running after qualifications because someone told us, or because we see success there. But we are losing track of, am I even interested in this? Is this something according to my nature? Will this make me happy? Right? Yes. Anything else? Yes. Happiness. Right. Yes. Yes. Very right. So what I had in mind is insights. As we, like you said, introspection. As we run after qualifications, external qualifications, we lose track of insights. And the spiritual principle that guides us to this is called Vijnana, which is called wisdom wealth. So there is Jnana and then there is Vijnana, right? Qualifications refer to Jnana, external knowledge, degrees, this, that, certificates, Jnana. But Vijnana means applied knowledge. Like how much are we actually using of what we are learning, right? Is it even useful to me? Is it like, how can I even introspect and find out like what's going on? So it is said that from age 0 to 25, there is a direct correlation between age and wisdom, which means as your age increases, your wisdom increases, your knowledge, your ability to reason increases. But from the age of 25 to 75, it is said there is no correlation between age and wisdom. It means you can even be a 70-year-old man but have very little wisdom, have very little, uh, you know, deep understanding of yourself and of the world. So there is no guarantee that just because you are older, just because you are gaining age after 25, you will be more wise. There is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Who can tell the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Any ideas? Yes, Prabhu.
Knowledge can be positive and negative. So the wisdom is that which leads us to
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. True.
knowledge, when we have knowledge, we don't have experience. When we have wisdom, we're experienced with.
Okay. Yes. More experience. Knowledge can be theoretical. Wisdom is more experienced. Yes, wisdom is understood to be the ability to make decisions, is wisdom. You can have all the knowledge about everything, but can as long as you cannot apply it in your life positively to make a positive impact, to make good decisions in life, there is no wisdom. It's just knowledge. So that's why another aspect as why we die at 25 or internally, and we are only externally living until we are 75, because we are not really doing things that increase our wisdom. We get all this information around us, social media, Instagram, so many posts, Facebook, all these news channels. Everywhere we get so much information, right? Especially now with AI, Chat GPT, everything. Information is only few taps away, few seconds away. Anything that you want, you can know, you can understand. But wisdom is something lacking more and more and more. And that is something that we miss out on, like we said, is insights. And okay, external knowledge and qualification is there. But why are we not truly happy because of that? Because it is burdensome. It is just a tag. But that deep sense of wisdom, that deep sense of understanding and experience is not there because we've not really been through life. We've not really done things. We've not really spent time with people who are wise, really wise. We have not really taken guidance, maybe. So, increase our vikyan, our ability to take decisions. Now, next that I was thinking about is opportunities. Externally, a lot of us, our generation focuses on opportunity. Uh, what can I do to grow? What can I do to increase my wealth? Where is the opportunity? Anyone here invests in shares? Yes, few of us invest in the stock market. Yes, a lot of people who invest in the stock market always open, always looking for opportunity. When will this come? When will this happen? When will this happen? When will this company buy this? When will this deal close so I can buy this share? Or when can I sell this share? Right. So always looking for opportunities. What is something that we miss out while we are hunting behind opportunities? Yes.
It's not what we actually have at that time.
Okay. What we actually have. We are looking so much behind what we can gain, and we forget to see what we actually have already. Yes. Yes.
Calmness.
Calmness.
It's all about anxiety or what will happen.
Yes. We are too much anxious about the future, what will happen, but present calmness is something we may miss out on. What else? So, what I was thinking is discernment. Discernment is again, it means the sense of right and wrong. So, sometimes we are hunting after opportunities, but we don't even know if this is a good or bad opportunity. Is this even good for me? Is this even something beneficial for me? We lose our discernment. We don't really think about so much of like aspect of conscience, right and wrong. And so that's where Vivek comes in, another Vedic principle called Vivek, which means willpower. The ability to make the right decision is called Vivek. And so three energies actually pervade the world. Anyone knows this? Which three energies pervade the entire world according to Bhagavad Gita? Yes, not you. No, not you also. Not you also. Someone. Yes, do you know? Okay, Tamogun, Rajogun, and Satogun. What is Tamogun? Ignorance. What is Rajogun? Passion. And Satogun is goodness. So there are three energies which pervade this entire world and which are actually controlling everything that happens. Ignorance, passion, goodness. This is Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. Now, I have a question. Has anyone seen a packet of cigarettes? Yes? Don't worry. I'm not, it's okay if you. It doesn't mean you have smoked, but everyone has seen a packet of cigarettes. Now, what does that packet say? Sorry? Smoking is injurious to health. Right? Huh? Ignorant. Yes, it states smoking is injurious to health. Sometimes I've also seen it say smoking kills directly. And then a smoker goes, buys the packet, sees smoking kills, takes out and smokes nicely. So my question is, when a person reads the packet and it says smoking kills, and then he takes out a cigarette and still smokes, is he acting according to free will or not? That's the question. Who thinks he is acting according to free will? He is choosing his free will. Okay. Who thinks he is not acting according to free will? Only one person. Yes, be confident, please. Not acting according to free will. Okay. Bhagavad Gita tells us yes and no. He is acting according to free will, but he is also not acting according to free will. Why? Because yes, he's exploiting his free, he's misusing his free will. That's right. Yes. But what is actually happening here is that these three modes of nature are influencing him, right? So he is not really acting according to free will because he is deeply in the mode of ignorance. He is he is so lost in his sense of ignorance that he cannot even understand this is bad for me. He sees it, he knows it is bad for me, but he is so compelled to act and to smoke, he cannot control himself, right? How many times does it happen with us is that we know that something is bad for us and still we go and do it? Has any such thing happened with any of us? At least once in life, you know this is bad for you, but you still did it. Anyone? Only one person? No? Few? Yes? Right? It happens, right? You know this is bad, this will, maybe spoil your day or spoil your health or spoil your relationships or spoil the next day, you still do it. Sometimes when I'm in a low phase, I cannot sleep at night, I will open Netflix on my phone, and then few hours go by, my night is gone, my next day is gone, right? So I know this is bad for me, but still we do it. Why? Not because we are completely under free will, because we are under the modes of passion and ignorance. We are so controlled by it that we cannot we are compelled to act. So at the same time, you are not acting according to free will, but you are acting according to free will because Bhagavad Gita also says that you can choose your external lifestyle in a way that you can keep yourself under certain modes of nature. And so if you choose to live a certain lifestyle of goodness, then you will be less influenced by modes of passion and ignorance. And so you will not be compelled to do things according to passion and ignorance. So what is mode of goodness? What are activities in mode of goodness? Waking up early, eating good food, not eating non-veg, not eating onion, garlic, anything that ignites your passion, right? Doing meditation, coming to temple, reading books, associating with devotees, doing some kirtan, doing some chanting, taking prasadam, all these are activities in mode of goodness. So if we do more and more of such activities, we will naturally be less and less under the influence of passion and ignorance. And that's why we will be less compelled to do things like smoking a cigarette, like things that impact us badly, right? So this is how we can choose our vivek to make decision between right and wrong. We can actually choose what happens to us. We can actually choose how much free will we want to access and we want to use. Lastly, this is the last slide. Externally, a lot of us hunt or run after popularity, fame, name, recognition, right? In office, in jobs, in society, in family, among friends also. Sometimes we want to be the main person. We want to be the center of attention. We want to be center of the group. So while we are hunting for popularity, while we are running behind name, fame, recognition, what is something that we miss out on? That we don't focus so much on. Any ideas? Yes. I'm sorry. We forget to give importance to it. We are so much self-obsessed and drowned in the thought of self-importance that we don't give that respect and importance to others. Yes, we become narcissistic. We become too self-centered. What else? What do we miss out on when we blindly run behind fame, recognition, name, attention? Who's it? Right and wrong. Yes, feeling of right and wrong. Yes. We can hurt someone's sentiments. Yeah, we become too proud, arrogant. We might say something wrong, do something wrong.
Cannot act according to our own will. For example, I pressure from our followers that if I do this,
Yeah,
my popularity will go down.
that's true. Many famous people, many celebrities have this problem. They have to act according to their fans. They cannot do something else. Their personality, their nature will be something else. But fans want me to do this. Fans want me to do that. I have to do in a certain way. Shah Rukh Khan was saying in an interview once that he wants to do some different, unique types of movies, but his fans only accept seeing him in mass action, these kind of movies. So he cannot do something else. He has to do something. He has to do what pleases his fans. So that is one negative side of popularity. You become controlled by the very thing that created you, your followers. Right? So these things are all right. What I was thinking is, in the hunt of popularity, something that we miss out on is self-realization, is actually going within and questioning and thinking who I am, who I actually am. Because we become so externally focused, so self-obsessed that what will please others is the only thought in mind. How can I gain more attention, gain more influence, gain more popularity, that what I truly am, what will truly make me happy, is that thought just fizzles off, that just dies off. And that's where the spiritual principle comes in. It Bhagavatam says Atma Ram, means spiritual wealth. Atma Ram literally means one who takes pleasure in the self. And so there is a concept, there is an understanding in Vedic wisdom that each one of us is an Atma, spirit soul. And as a spirit soul, we are eternally connected to God, to Krishna. And because we are eternally connected, part and parcel of a spiritual entity, his nature is full of bliss, natural bliss, satisfaction, eternal, right? And because we are eternally part and parcels of Krishna, we are also actually internally very happy, very blissful. That is our natural state of being. But because we are so externally focused, because we are so deeply engrossed in this body and so deeply engaged and conditioned by this external body and everything connected to this body, that we have lost sight of our true nature, of who we actually are. And that's why no matter how much we educate ourselves, no matter how many qualifications we get, no matter how much popularity we get, no matter how many achievements we get, no matter how many opportunities we get, there is always this deep sense of longing in our heart. And people who are very lucky, very fortunate can feel this. Sometimes you're sitting in home, you're sitting at home, sometimes you're sitting at your work, you're doing your job, and it hits you out of nowhere that, or sometimes it happens that you're with friends, family, everything is good externally, but somewhere you are feeling that slight pain, feeling that slight sense of dissatisfaction कि सब कुछ होके भी कुछ missing है, something is not there, something is not fulfilling me. You can get all the money, all the power, everything in the world. Why do we think there are so many examples of rich, powerful, famous people who have acquired everything that we, people like us, we dream of? We dream of this lifestyle, big cars, homes, affluence, wealth, followers, everything that we dream of. People who had achieved those things, some of them killed themselves. Some of them committed suicide. Some of them gave up everything and ran away. Some of them became mad. They could not handle it. Anyone heard of Chester Bennington? This name? Anyone heard? Chester Bennington. Anyone heard of this band called Linkin Park? Yes. Some people. It's a music band, very famous music band, Linkin Park. Many years ago, the lead singer of this band, Chester Bennington, killed himself in his home. This guy, probably one of the most popular singers in the world, people were crazy behind Linkin Park. Anywhere, please. Hundreds of thousands, lakhs of people would fill the stadium wherever their performance would happen. And he had all the followers we could imagine, so much wealth. One day he just killed himself. So what is something that was missing in his life, possibly? If he has everything that the world teaches you that you should go after, the world teaches you do this, do that, go after this, go after that. And people who have all of that, if they are not truly satisfied, then there is something seriously missing in that philosophy. And that is where this aspect of self-realization comes in, because we have not taken the time to go within, spend time with ourselves, spend time with our inner nature, try to find out who I am, what makes me happy. Is this even something that I want, whatever I'm doing? Will it even help me? Is it even beneficial for the long term of my life? Right? Is it even connecting? If we cannot understand who I am, who is divinity, then what is the point of, if the whole world knows who you are, but you don't know who is divinity, who is God, who am I, then it is just a loss, because nothing will make us happy. So that's why the great sages of the past, the great scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, there are so many texts being written, but we are ignoring it. We don't take time to read it. We don't take time to study it. We don't take time to associate with devotees, to come to the temple, because we are too busy doing things that will not even make us happy. So that's why if we can take some time to focus on the things that really matter, focus on those invisible counterparts that we saw for each slide, and if we can focus on some practice of self-realization in our life, then maybe, just maybe, we can awaken our inner child and find our lost happiness, find our lost freedom and sense of blissfulness and playfulness. And maybe also then we can have a connection, a deep relationship with each other, and not only with each other, but with God, with Krishna. We can build that relationship after awakening our inner child, because then we will have that innocence to be able to approach Him, right? So these are some thoughts that I wanted to share with all of you today. Um, there are many ways to connect with God, but one of the most powerful ways in this age is considered mantra meditation, japa, chanting, uh, singing, reciting the names, holy names of God. It is considered to be a very powerful process, very powerful process of yoga and meditation. Just very simple to chant names of God. So that's what we will do next. We will do some chanting. We will do some singing of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and uh, I hope that we can take the mantra with us, not just treat it as an external form of entertainment or an external form of having fun or having a nice social time together. But let's take this mantra home, let's take this mantra into our hearts. And wherever we are, in whatever situation we are, let's try to remember this mantra in our heart. If we cannot chant externally, let's chant in our minds, wherever we are, whenever possible, because this is the only way we can expect to have some deep realization and happiness. So thank you very much. Thank you for patiently and attentively listening. And we will now do some chanting. Thank you. Hare Krishna. A short time.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, okay.
I will thank Prabhuji again by once